Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, universe. Good morning, world. My name is Barrister Pink Republic, aka the Princess of Umuoka, Anambra State. Today, our hot topic will be talking about the end of the world. I don't know if you've known it, but it's a known fact that there's a video going around the internet. A pastor is claiming that the end of the world is going to be 5th of April 2024. But you know, I don't know the pastor before. I'm somebody that followed the Nostradamus. If you know Nostradamus, I don't know if you know Nostradamus, but we'll read about him. I've been following the Nostradamus theories about the end of the world since I was a little girl. I was like 4 years old when my father bought the tape of Nostradamus late, and I was so fascinated about it. I watched it and I really did not understand what was going on. I was just getting the information from here, from my siblings, the way they were explaining it. In the 90s, this tape was in my house. I played it, getting information about the end of the world. I became fascinated. I know the Bible says we should not be reading about stars, but I became fascinated about the stars, star readings and all that. I wanted to know how did these guys know about most of the things he said, and it was occurring. And this is a man that existed in the 1500s. And this same man said that the end of the world will be in the year, I think, I want to get the exact year. I wrote it down so I will not forget. He said it will end 3797. So I believe that it will end 3797. That in the 3000, because we're in the year 2000, is because God's perfect number is 7. Anything I notice that God does is like 7. He created the world in 7. I believe that this world will end in the 7,000 years. But the prophecy of Nostradamus has been coming, how will I say, most of the prophecies come to pass. And this is somebody that existed in the 1500s. I know the funny thing about this Nostradamus, he was a doctor that brings a cure, this immunity. He uses a rose flower for immunity, to build immunity, and he's already in France. So by the time he toured around the world trying to give out medicines, he came back to his family house and found out that his wife and children, that is 2 sons, were wiped out by a virus. You know, being a doctor, if he can cure other people, he cannot even cure his own family. You know, it was so sad that he left for 10 years. He left France for 10 years, and after 10 years, when he came back, he started giving out all these traditions. I believe this guy is a time traveler. Yes, that's what I believe. I believe in the midst of wandering 10 years of his life, he is a time traveler. People don't believe that time. I believe that it's time traveling, because sometimes there are some things I see and there are some things I feel. Sometimes it looks as if it has happened before. It looks as if this thing, I've done it before. I've won this thing, has happened to this person before. You will know that some things are strange. You are the same loss. Speak to this person, this speech, eating the same meal in the same restaurant. That means it's that somebody rewind the world. And just notice that you have done this thing before. So there's a lot of money. I call them time laws. There's a lot of time laws around manipulation here. But I just want you people to pay attention to this video. You know? This minister says he's a pastor. He says he's a pastor, and he said God showed him that the world is going to end. I want people to pay attention to this video.
By 25th of April, if you like, 26th of April, don't take this. This is rapture is coming on 25th of April 2024. So and the Lord ministered to mentioned it twice. It has happened twice. Do you understand? So I saw myself in a trance and I saw two mountains. Do you understand? Everything was clear. I don't really know how to explain this, but man, it's real. My brother app is real. I'm even afraid right now. I don't really know what to do. But if you have not prepared yourself for the rapture, please prepare yourself now. It's real. It's real. If you read your Bible very well, you know that every science that is stated that is going to happen before the end of the world has come to pass. So it's very one which is the rapture. And as I'm talking to you now, I've gotten this vision twice. 20th of April, go and mark your calendar and start preparing yourself. Like 5th of April. If you like, serious. If you don't take it serious. But this is real. Sure is of April 2024. I saw it very clear. Do you understand? I saw it very clear. God ministered to me. It mentioned it twice. It has happened twice. Do you understand? So I saw myself in a trance and I saw two mountains. Do you understand? Everything was clear. I don't really know how to explain this, but man, it's real. My brother app is real. I'm even afraid. I don't really know what to do. But if you have not prepared yourself for the please start preparing yourself now. It's real. It's real. If you read your Bible very well, you know that every science that is stated that is going to happen before the end of the world has come to pass. So, which is the rapture. And I'm going to you right now. I've seen this vision twice. 25th April.
So that's what he said. 25th of April. Let's see when 25th of April fell on the calendar, so that we're preparing together. 25th of April fell on. That is after Easter. At least we're eating Easter chicken. It fell on Tuesday. Thank God I'm always available in my house. I usually use the house office every Tuesday. Let us rapture together. Let us rapture together. I don't know what's wrong with my light. Let us rapture together. So 25th of April. That's 20th. That word will come to an end. But the other interesting video that is also going around. There is another interesting video that's also going around. Pay attention.
3 days of darkness will when he passes through the belt. This is the earth enter and pass through this belt. There will be sunlight. No movement on the surface. Electromagnetic particles at the speed of light will act as a barrier or temporary shield of the earth, preventing the light of the sun or the stars passing through it. This is expected to last 72 hours or 50 days. No break periods. During 3 days, only recommendation: stock up on food, water, candles, other essential items. All sunlight will be blocked, and solar panels will not generate energy. Stay home and avoid traffic reasons. The sunlight will return to Earth, marking the beginning of the age. 3 days of Earth.
So that is
passes.
going on. Happen. See, for this pastor something April 20th. Abi? Now, all these people that scientists that know how to will be rain and all that stuff, they are now saying that there will be darkness April on 2024. See, don't get anything like me. Let's use this opportunity. If you have offended me, I have forgiven you. If I have offended you, please forgive me. I want to make heaven. So that when they blow trumpet, stop watching with. Because I can't be watching with what is ending. I have stopped watching with. Yes. Say what is ending. I have stopped watching Wait. So after 25th, April 25th, it did not happen. I'll start watching Wait again. But there's something I want to share. You know, the Bible is our guide, right? The Bible is our guide. So I took my time to bring out these verses because Jesus said when he's going to come, he will come like a thief in the night. It will not be announced. So that is where I have a problem with this. It will not be announced. So let us look at the book of Revelation. We'll be looking at some.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
We'll be looking.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Okay. So looking at some verses in the Bible. So I start with Revelation 16:15. I took out my time to bring out these verses. So if you have the Bible, please check it. Revelation 16 verse 15. It said, "Behold, I am coming like a thief. Blessed is he who stays awake, keep his garments, that he may not go about naked and be seen exposed." That is Revelation 16:15. So let's look at Matthew 24:43. It says, "But that if the master of the house had known in what part of the night the thief was coming, he would have stayed awake and would not let his house be broken into." So let's look at 1 Thessalonians 5:2. He said, "For you yourself are fully aware that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night." That is what 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 2 is stating. Then Thessalonians 5 verse 4 says, "But not in darkness, for that to surprise you like a thief." See, let us also look at 2 Peter 3. I took out my time to bring out verses. So let's look at 2 Peter 3:10. "But the day of the Lord will come." These are the verses that is stating this thing. He said, "But the day of the Lord will come like a thief, and then the heavens will pass away, and a roar, and the heavenly bodies will be dissolved. The earth and the works that are done on it will be exposed." See, the Bible is our guide. So nobody knows the hour. Nobody knows the time. But we can tell you for free, and my mind is still telling me, that for Nostradamus, he disappeared. Nostradamus disappeared for 10 years after his wife and 2 sons died. My mind is telling me that this guy is in possession of time traveler. Now let us take a look at who is this Nostradamus. Who is Nostradamus? Nostradamus was born 14 December 1503 and he died 2nd July 1566. So Nostradamus has predicted so many things. For him to be born around December, he must be a very tall man, because a lot of people that are born in December are very, very tall. So let's look at a brief history about his predictions. Let's look for Nostradamus' prediction. I want to look for where his predictions, because I've been following his predictions for a long time. And the guy is actually a Jew that turned out to be a Catholic. He's a doctor, you know. I want to see his predictions. I want an article that will specify most of his predictions, so that I will not bore my people. Aha. So Nostradamus, he has predicted so many things, you know. A lot of people are saying that a lot of people conclude based on what is, you know, that his write-up was not very clear as per se. So Nostradamus was not a prophet of God. It's more likely that he was a dark heretic. However, we can know this because Nostradamus does believe in the Trinity of God. If a person is a Christian, the first things that the Lord will reveal to them is about the Trinity of the Father and the Holy Spirit. This is truth that God revealed to a believer. So, some ask questions. Somebody asked a question. He said, how many of Nostradamus' predictions have come true? Somebody replied and said, very few of his prophecy have come true with a convincing level of accuracy that makes me think he had real visions of future events. His prophecy are mostly useless. That said, few exceptions stand out. I've written books about Nostradamus, and I don't think his prophecies are fake. I don't think most of what people write about them are bad interpretations. If you look up the top 10 list of his most successful prophecies, those are sensationalized and interpreted wrong because they are extremely vague. None of this would help convince anyone he was a true prophet and that he really described future events. The person is saying that if I had been extremely familiar with the Spanish War and Spanish War in the World War II, I would not have been intrigued by Nostradamus' portrait of 9 and 16. I would have passed over it as more vague rambling. Out of Castor Franco will come the assembly. The ambassador not agreeable will cause a those ivory will be in the squabble, and they will refuse entry to the Great Gulf. So he didn't say on that was Nostradamus' prediction. He said he continued saying until 1930, according to the writer, Spain by a right-wing dictator, Miguel Primo de Vera, Spanish leaders took over and executed his son. Within few years, there was a civil war with Russia, France, and Britain to help to the leftist republic and Germany and Italy, giving more substantial military aid to the right-wing nationalists. The left republic was defeated in the Spain by the fascists under General Franco, who was in what was once the kingdom of Castile in end of New Spain. Franco's second in command by 41 was Serrano Suna, the Axis ambassador, who accused the republic for joining the winning side, the Germany, and claiming the colonial position from France and Britain for Spain. Franco was a man of diplomacy and managed to keep Spain out of World War II, despite owning Germany and Italy for the help his side in the sea, and despite geographic at the western tip of Europe. It would have been an excellent place for American troops to attack a western front. Instead, America secretly gave aid to Spain so they boosted their defense and deny Hitler's request to come to Spain to counter the Americans in North Africa. The Spanish refused entry into the greatest Gulf of the Western Mediterranean. So, the person is saying, I think the universe makes sure no prophecy can be enough to create the paradox in which leaders could act on clear prophetic interpretation to avoid the event they foresaw. I think the future is as certain as the past and cannot be undone. The must be vague. Sounds like a excuse, but I suspect it's one of the rules, like the limit of light, that we cannot break. As for another clear sources in his letters, epistles, Henry Nostradamus describes a situation that matches the end of the Soviet Union in the late 1991 with details, even stating that his miserable daughter, that is the USSR of the land of the North Wing, that is Russia, will be launched after a Holocaust and war against fascist France, specifically describing the fascist as Germany, Roman, and Spanish, and then a Cold War against the children of the opposite ideas, and would eventually collapse just after 73 years and 7 months, which is, if you calculate 1918 to 1991, he said this big accurate prediction by Nostradamus. So he now said these predictions from the 1500. But I'm trying to say here that there must be something happening in this April, because there are two things that came out in this April. This is from astrologers, or those check. There's a name they call these people that check the weather. I will remember before the end of the show. These people will check it to find out if there will be rain today. So these people said there will be 2 hours of darkness in Africa. I mean, in the world. And I said, is it going to affect Africa? Because the sun in Africa is too much. The sun in Africa is like a monile. It does not go anywhere. Even when they notice that the sun is even entering after 7 here in Lagos. So, but the thing is that this pastor is saying that April 25th, that is after Easter, that this world is going to come to an end. But these people, they predicted that after the 72 hours of darkness, that is when the golden age is going to start. What's going on in this April? There must be something going on in this April. We are all laymen, you understand? Most of us are not so spiritual, most of us are not so scientific. So we're hearing information from here to here. But you know, this thing is going on preparation. How prepared are you? If God is coming today, how prepared are you? Ask yourself, how prepared are you? Because he said he will come like a thief in the night. But somebody is announcing a date. According to Nostradamus, he said 37. Let me read it again. I don't like giving wrong date. I like giving accurate dates. He said God will come 3797. That in the year, majority of us here that is still alive, our soul, our mind, we are not up to this day. 3,000. And originally, how old is this world? You would have asked yourself, how old is this world? Because we are counting after the death of Christ, and we are in the year 2000. That's why we say Christ died 2000 years ago. So let's go. How old is the earth? How old is the earth? So this is 4.53 billion years. The earth is estimated to be, see, it's not me, it's according to Google. Have you seen it? So according to Google, the earth is estimated to be 4.54 billion years old, plus or minus about 15 million years. Scientists have called the earth searching for the oldest rocks to eventually to get more data. believing that the earth is even older than we think. But some say the earth is still what? The earth will still, there's something white, sorry. What is on my this thing? On my recording, something coming out, like somebody was trying to call but my phone, so I had to cut off the call so that you people at home will hear me. But they say the earth is 4.54 billion years old, but scientists are believing that the earth is older than that. But so the world will end. So let us, according to our Christian faith, are you ready? Now stop watching Waito. I started eating. After 2050, the world did not end. I'll start watching Waito again. Let another person predict another date. But you know, when they say what do you think for somebody that dies? My mother died at the 2020. How that's ended. Let us see it like that. Our own world what has ended, and you record the year. That's why they have death certificate. So if all end today, where do you going? Are you going to heaven and be shouting with angels, glory, glory, hallelujah? What have you contributed to society? Because for some people, you know them, me I don't know them, but we all know them. Some people, they are packing wealth, stored for their fourth generation. But they were going to end April, 25th of April. So what are you going to do about the wealth? Start sharing and just start enjoying it. So if it comes to an end 25th of April, what will happen? Where do you think you are? You're a pastor. There's a movie that came out recently of this. And that movie is a Ghanaian movie, you understand? The location is a Ghanaian setting. But it's about false prophets. Some pastors using this pastor thing to use people's money, you know. Enjoy people's money with the way come and tithes 10%. A taste of film is number one on Netflix. If you watch this movie, I have watched it. You know me, I can't talk about what I've not watched. If you watch this movie talking about two sets of people. One looking for years. The other one swindling congregation. Every time the Lord say bring money, the Lord say bring money, the Lord say bring money. They will be swindling all their this thing. Even for you, except you bring that money or you bring that dollars, you will be looking at dollar. The other one, wife is looking for the fruit of the womb. Now turn out that the wife does not have a womb. He now started sleeping with another church, member that sings all these choristers, gospel artists. Now that chorister got pregnant. Instead of him to accept the shame, he now took this chorister to the minister of God. That is the chorister, to a doctor that tried to commit abortion on the woman and the girl. One patient that was lodged in that hospital now called the press and told them that this girl and it was the pastor that brought her, and the pregnancy to the pastor. That movie is what people need to watch. It's a movie to see how God brought we trace their step back to Him. Because most of the pastors, what I'm saying today is like money. Who will not give you money? We will pay what we can afford now. It's what we can afford. If we want to pay tithes, it's from our mind. When you remind us, even us Catholic Church, we also do tithes. But don't make us say you will go to hell or anything. They tell you importance, and they tell you there's tithe. Why they won't sell because tithe? Because a lot of people want to pay tithe. So let it not be as if they are rejecting their money. It's not by force. At that time is what happened in the days in Malachi, what happened during their days. For people that as they are doing it in the present days, you understand, things are opening, doors opening for them, and they started noticing that it's a good thing for them to involve themselves in tithing, you know. So you allow people to do it with their free will. Even God, even Jesus even said it, that if you are going to the altar and you remember that somebody has offended, as in you see it in mind, somebody has offended you, that your money that you haven't put in there, it means nothing. So that pay doesn't make you heavenly bound. That you are paying big offering or dashing out people or giving alms for. I see a lot of people who can start sharing food with people and be recording it. There's everybody who's hungry and who's not hungry. God does not check. God check your heart. Some people want to enter into politics. Some people start sharing food. You see during election, that is when you see things come. A child that is so dirty that even ordinarily you don't want to pick up that. They will not put on their type and be sharing corn with that child. So you see some people innocently do it. But what I'm not happy about is the one that people will just and be videoing people that are hungry. I feed these people, I feed these people. To me, I don't see it as giving. No. I think that you are trying to show. I know that people will, if you don't give, people will not think like giving. But that is not how to make people think. It's you are giving either your right or your left hand to know what you're giving. But I will see people on their birthday, they want to do birthday, they'll buy 2 packets of Indomie or 1 packet and carry 5 bags of pure water. Instead of one thing at the motherless baby home, let them pray for them, whatever thing that is doing there for you to jump out. No. They will carry all their friends and carry one packet of malt to share among the staff and this thing and start snapping and video. They have given to the useless and the jobless. Not everybody that you've given to the poor. They call them the poor for a reason. People take pride in poverty. They don't pride in poverty. A lot of people see being poor. They can't cure it if there is no money. That give is to give the person the money vaccination and let the person go and do what they want to go and do. No. You want to tell the whole world, hey, I gave you 5,000 naira to start the business. Praise the Lord. I know that He will establish it well. You don't do that. You don't know why many of us, when you start raising all this money, they exploit you because of you want to do it for show. You want to raise money for show. If you say you are somebody, do you know when Jesus will cure somebody? We say, don't tell anybody. Oh. It is the people that He did it for that will be telling people that Jesus was the one that did it for them. If people read their Bible, me, I read my Bible. I don't know how you read your own. I don't read your own upside down. But me, I read my Bible. How many times have you seen? It's just sometimes when people are just quoting. Some people think that they are the only Christian in the world. They don't believe that even people that dress well. Christianity is how you do. It's about you and your heart. So people, they don't rub makeup, they don't dress well, they wear that A-level skirt, but their heart is dead. They've assassinated in their before you even spoken to them. That's why most people don't want to be born again, because they believe that they will become wicked. Those people that are claiming to be born again to be wicked, that is not being born again. It's simple prayer. You have to learn to receive God, your heart, your soul, your body. You don't have to advertise it. Let me tell you, some people want to emulate you. Somebody called me and told me that, do you know it's because of you I don't wear short things anymore to red carpet event. I said because she noticed that anytime she sees the red carpet, I'm always elegantly dressed. I don't have to show you my legs. You wear some small nice things. I hope you understand. There's nothing that look, oh, don't show up herself. Men around me, even she no fit get her. Some men don't even like all those women in the expose their body. What you want show them? They don't already see them now. It's like a shelf in a supermarket. You show them. You don't need to tell me I am a born again. No, I will see it in you the way you behave. People see and condemn everything people do, and you call yourself again, but you are looking fault. You do this one fault. So don't give glory on their own, and they call themselves devil. The devil did not create anything. The God that created the devil also created me and you. He did not create anything. Always listen to the Bible. When God was narrating what happened to Moses, he said, evil entered heaven. So the entity that is evil that entered Lucifer. And you call yourself a born again, you be betraying people. When they will say to come and say the truth, you instead of to say the truth, you might want to throw Bible verse to cover up so that people use their mind to know the truth or not. It does not speak well. In those days, Christian people were ready to be crucified because of the truth. There's nothing like systematic. Let me not be as if I'm a bad person. You are a bad person. If somebody is supposed to die and truth is supposed to stay, you want to just one verse to start saying, then people are judging understand what you are saying. That is not Christianity. I saw this guy, no matter if the person is your friend or your relative, I saw this guy beat this lady and the lady retaliated. That was why the lady broke her head. They don't know how to judge that. Is it provocation? Why did you provoke the girl? Instead of you to come there, you one verse and say, and woman should obey the man. So it doesn't make you a Christian. It makes you look, I don't want to use the word because we're on live TV. STUPI. That's how it makes you. And anybody that want to become a born again will look at you and say, if the born again is all about, I don't want. It's your example lifestyle that will make somebody change their life. Are you listening to me? Exemplary lifestyle that will convert somebody. It's not about carrying the Bible and be going to all the vigil, all the program they do in church. You are there. Does not make that you are going to make heaven. They would have listed the number of people that now means they know the people that are already going to make the heaven, like candidates. Jesus now, this is the period of Judas now, when Judas betrayed. On Sunday is Palm Sunday. People will carry their palm. These people that put palm for Jesus Christ, triumphant entry, they are the same people that betrayed Jesus. They saw Barnabas and they saw Jesus. They don't say, oh, if they say Jesus Christ lie about breaking down the temple and raising it 3 days, but that that you must crucify him. But when Jesus passed through this thing because of the word of God. Now this pastor said he saw it twice, right? He saw it what? He saw it twice. That Jesus Christ is going to, the word is going to end April 25th. People we should write it down. I've shown you people his face. We are all here, but they don't think that it will happen this April because they mentioning April 8 of 72 hours of darkness, like 3 or 4 days. This April. So come and tell me, what do you think? Is the world really going to end? Or do you believe Nostradamus? Nostradamus said the world is going to end 32, 37. I mean, let me check the dates again. I don't like 37, 97. Or do you believe the world is going to end 20th April? 20th of April is on a Tuesday. So I've been trying to get the pastor's name, but I'm going to search for the pastor's name. Like I said, people should watch this movie. A taste of film. A taste of film is a taste of sin. It's a must watch movie. It's a must watch. So that if you have to retrace your sin, you have to confess your sin. Then you have to go through the penance, what we call penance. When you confess your sin, you have to go through penance. That's your step. And what I love about this film is that the grace of God departed from him, even when he repented. But God is merciful. God gave his faith from that guy. The guy had grace to deliver people. So that is the Lord's doing. So go watch this movie, is a must watch. Then another lovely movie. This is Easter period. Is bitter period. The actually is a sweet period. The death of Jesus is a bitter period. His resurrection is a wonderful period. So during this Easter, you might be bored at home. There are movies you might want to watch. Damsel. Damsel is a wonderful movie you might want to watch. You might enjoy it. It's on Netflix. You can get it on Netflix. There's another one they call Irish Wish. The Irish Wish. It's talking about this. We Catholic can relate to it, but Irish Wish is a very wonderful movie that you should be very careful to wish for. Don't wish to be another person, or to be another person's husband, or to be another person's position. There's a reason why you didn't get that particular thing. You understand? Even the act of love is a very lovely movie too. People that steals artifacts from the museum. If you are a lover of artwork like myself, you will know to watch this movie. You know, in short, you'll be enjoying every bit of this movie. Then go to Prime. There are very lovely movies too on Prime. I talked about the last time we spoke about Ebuka Tomo Africa. Just if you have not watched it, it's on Prime. Then there are very lovely movies too on Prime. There's this called Japa. Yeah, Prime. It's even on Prime, Nigerian movie. It's called Japa. You see, that story tells you that you cannot escape sin things, sin and so many things. Passion for stealing, so some spoilers. But a must watch. Japa is a must watch. Then I told Ebuka Turns Up Africa. Then this mean now from Jennifer Lopez. You will enjoy it. There's the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith. This you might want to enjoy from Prime. The ones from Netflix, Prime. These are very lovely movies you might want to watch. There are adjustments that they've added, like different strokes. I'm going to watch that today. There's another one in Mother Skin. Like I told you, even on Netflix, there's a film they call Susuk. Go watch that movie, but you have to watch with interpretation. Then, well, let's do Showmax. On Showmax, you know, I'm a lover of Wura. I watch Wura on Showmax. I watch Chetam on Showmax. This movie they call it serious, very serious film. Sabinus and all that beautiful lady. Yes. Manuel Sabinus. You know Sabinus now, the comedian. That is dead serious. The movie. This is how the movie looked like. Dead serious. I really love this movie. In short, I watched it twice because I watched it first on my own. I had to convince my sister that you have to watch it, and I really enjoyed it again. You know one thing about that, it shows that if you commit suicide, you might be losing your chance committing suicide. Thank God that every of his suicide mission did not work. So, movies Emmanuel, that is Sabinus, the Jeku, then Sharon Oja, then Okawa. You see them in that. I really love that film. Then Sisters. I really love that Sador Sister. I don't know. Some people say it's boring, but to me, it's not boring. It's just about day to day. The Sador Sisters, you know, Raham Sador and the rest of our sisters. They have Charm. Then they have Flossoms. Flossom, they show is shown every Thursday. I really love Flossom. And there's Freeman. You know, I talked about Freeman. Freeman is talking about, you know, the Igbo trade system as a reality show. How they show you how they recruit guys into their business. They sign 6 to 5 years staying with them. To them. The episode was very nice. How one guy was settled 3 million after he had served his boss for 7 years, and he was still begging to stay with his boss for 1 year of to look for a house and money to open a shop. The 3 million can cover. See, it's a there's Masquerade of Anedo. I don't know if people are watching that movie, that series. Nigerians, we are going to play tonight. That Masquerade of Anedo. Go and watch it. Very, very lovely. Very good movie. Nigerians, we are trying. Even the time, you know, the chat. Then the Real Housewife. Oh God, what happened yesterday was a mess. You see, when you watch episode today, you find out that people can gang up on people. People can gang up on people just because they are friends and because it was a blowout. I don't know if you're thinking, but it's a must watch. You know, they have a set of them. In short, go and watch. Then this Liza, like American movie, Dejan Washington. Equalizer. Go and watch Equalizer. Equalizer. You have Equalizer 1, Equalizer 2, and Equalizer 3. Go watch it, a must watch. So Equalizer 3 just came out. I've seen Equalizer 1. Equalizer 1 is in America. Equalizer 2 is in a country, I think what, Morocco or something like that. Equalizer 3 is the setting is in Italy. These are watched during this Easter period. Then, if not that really want to be in Easter mood, the old Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Remember the old Jesus Christ we do watch when they all on TV during Easter period. Is used. There's a different kind of Jesus Christ of Nazareth you can watch. If you really want to be in the passion of Christ, you can watch. There's a lot of Easter movies on YouTube. Watch, and we should also be encouraging our upcoming producers. You know? Somebody also should just produce a movie, and I subscribe to it. Just we should learn to encourage our YouTube producers too. They are doing a very good job, good story, good camera, but I don't know why they are not entering the very popular platform. I want to thank them for at least giving other people an option that cannot really afford those other platforms, those high profile platforms. They can put their movies on their channels and we watch, and I'm really, really, really happy. Then notice the one actress, I've forgotten her name. I screenshot the story. My wife, I know how to delete things from this actress was fine. You know why? She did a movie recently, and the editor went to use person's music, and when they uploaded the music on YouTube deactivated the movie and said that somebody's soundtrack was used in the movie. YouTube the movie, so she had to pull down that movie and go and re-edit it to remove that YouTube complained about. Wow, that was deep. So she's crying that people please should go and watch it so that she can earn from it. You know, they stop to make those movies. So please encourage them, because do or do fake business to make money, or illegal business to make money. They want to legal money. So we should encourage them. We should try to. Our phones are just a way. I'm sure 99% of the phones being created now have YouTube. So we should encourage our Nigerian producers. They are really doing a lot. It's okay them to also earn as we watch too. You know, everybody cannot be doctors, lawyers, and all that. But some people, though they are professionals like us, but we should also encourage them too. So there's one gist that is going around now. Bianca, you know, our beautiful, beautiful queen, Bianca. She's wondering what relationship with two Igbo, two powerful airline owners. So she doesn't understand the relationship. Bianca say what? I don't understand the relationship between. Come in, let me check my internet. My internet is slowing down. How was it? You know, for the past weeks now, internet has been one of a hell. Even last week when I was recording, I was recording with that this thing will not go off. But God so kind, at least I recorded at least some healthy. It was somehow.
The Bluetooth device is
I'm
ready
coming. I just
to
want to switch off so that I can get the story. Yeah, saying that this Onyema guy and the other guy, they are supposed to be competitors, but it's another level. They are always together. I'm trying to get this story. This my phone. The network must work. I don't know how your network is at home, but we've been trying to manage the network. I will not lie to you. It's not easy record because sometimes the network will be. I'm using two kind of networks here. I'm using Wi-Fi and normal data because if the Wi-Fi, if the data is not working, the data picks up. So I've been trying to manage recording this, but I heard that a lot of connections are coming back. You know, coming back to normal to be better. But it was somehow all this while that you have data you cannot even some data even get to expire. They didn't even give some even
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
they didn't give you time for you to even check the idea that data for days. They will say you that data has expired for you to renew what you are not using. Some people are and they are running business. They should be having church mind when things like this are happening in the country. But now that I renew my data, it was still not working. But I just renew for renewing sake. Then it was. I was battling with. I know we that are blogging. It was like, hey, people are just seeing our blog. They don't know that we have struggled so much for us to even publish that story because the story is just hanging. The story is just hanging. I want to get this story for you people because she just and she was like, what's going on with me and the other guy? They are supposed to be competitors in the airline business, but they are here. Is it like a show? You know, it does as if they are giving us show. Are they really competitors? It's still booting. I'm still struggling with this data, this particular airline, this particular one. Let me see if I can pick up. Almost rounding up the show. I want to see if there's even Wi-Fi at all. If it's getting to this one. So I can read out the Wi-Fi is not getting here at all. It's not even showing. It was a very trying period for us, we bloggers. We really saw win during that time. We are blogging like this. We are blogging like this, just to get internet for it to drop. But we actually, what is wrong with the internet? What is wrong with the internet? We're struggling. But actually, you can go to my blog. I've already blogged the story. You can go to my blog to get the story. But Bianca was like, what is happening? These people are also like competitors in the airline business. But they are always together at every event. So that's why when people are quarreling, don't put your mouth. Because you don't know where they will meet and they are friends. And you are here trying to do. How many times have you seen me do Odozo? If I'm eating, people are fighting, I just end up eating because they know themselves. They know the which kingdom they belong to. They know what is making them fight. For me, I don't know where the battle started from. I know my battles. Okay, let me see if the
is really too
I don't know if the Bluetooth was the one blocking the internet. Let me remove the Bluetooth. The internet is quite unfortunate. So there was a story I read. I haven't blocked the story. A woman in London, she wanted to evict a woman in New York. She wanted to evict her squatters. Squatters are just in don't know what squatters are. Squatters might be like somebody that had a flat and she rented out rooms inside the flat. So the people that rented out rooms inside the flat actually called squatters. So this woman in trying to how will I say evict them, change the law, even switch off the amenities, which is against the law in New York, and she was arrested and she was prosecuted. These are the laws we should be having in Nigeria. We have laws in Nigeria. There is some of the cases. That's I always encourage people to look to mediation. Mediation is a better way for you to handle your matter. There are a lot of mediation. You can go to the Ministry of Justice here in Lagos. I don't know if any other states. I'm sure they have mediation centers here and there. Even the Nigerian Civil Defense, they have their own mediation. I'm sure a lot of organizations have their own mediation. And the good thing about mediation is that at the end, it's a consent judgment. Yes, the judge can be affected. You go to either find a way. In those days, it was high court, but now they now have multi-door courts. So you can go. Everything will be filed as if it was presided over by a real judge, and the law will take its course. So I always encourage people to go to the mediation system in Nigeria. They're always complaining to me, how come cases don't move in court in Nigeria? It is because most of the cases are a lot of frivolous cases, and they abandon cases. So it's even better you go for mediation. You find out that maybe you speak. So I don't even know because this internet is really failing my phone. So I would have loved to read out what Bianca said, but you can go to my blog to read it. Bianca is commenting about 2 airline owners in Nigeria who are supposed to be competitors, but they have this bromance. When I say bromance, they are very close friends, and they are in an industry that is a cutthroat industry. Then I want to congratulate the MD, the new MD, the woman. I'm disappointed in some people who took out their social media to be insulting the woman. This for the new MD, I want to get her name, Dr. Dora Meoji. And I haven't heard that she's a wife and a mother of twins. She packaged herself well. She looked like a beauty queen. And this reminded me when I was in law school, and one of my colleagues was asking me, why is the person asking me? Because I'm always properly dressed when I come. My perfume is smelling well. Most of them, they don't brush their teeth. Their head is scattered because they say they read all overnight. And guess what? He is thinking that his enemy will fail. He's 15 years going. And the person is still writing and rewriting, trying to get. After 4 years, he was sent back to his university to reapply for law school. But he was thinking that I don't read. I have my own pattern and my own method of reading, and does not concern you. But then it was like, you don't read. How do you know I don't read? He said, properly dressed, we are so packaged. Some people don't even know that most of the pretty ladies, what they go through in life, don't. I have left a lot of jobs just because of the people there want to sleep with me. I know where I would have been if I accepted such offers. It's not if you are sleeping to climb to the top, somebody that sleeps to climb to the top. I know where I would have been if I received such offers. Sleep with me, give me position. I will not do that. God forbid bad thing. Sleep with no person. Your dignity is not better than silver and gold. What's the you have to sit on the road just because you need? But when you work hard, you know at the end you will smile and be happy that this is my hard work, and I'm happy where I am in my life, and I've had no regrets for who I am and where I am. So I thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned one or two things today, and I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful time until I come your way next week. Don't forget to read stories on my blog. And the world is coming to an end. Be prepared. You don't have to wait for a particular date, because Jesus Christ said, I will come like a thief in the night. So you don't have to wait for a particular day for somebody to tell you a date for you to prepare. Always be prepared, be ready. This is Easter period. Think about the journey of Christ. The same people gave triumphant entry, the same people that crucified him. People are going through such in their life. One thing I found out about this life is that no matter how bad things can be for you, guess what? It gets better. At that time, you'll be like, see, if you want to kill yourself. But that is not the end. The best comes. And when God starts blessing you, people will be wishing to be in your position. As you see me like this, I've gone through trials and tribulations in my life. But I still stand strong on the word and promises of my God. Because nobody owns my life. It's only God that owns my future. So have a wonderful day. And I believe my word has changed somebody's mind and opinions. Bye.